Hi, this is Visual Basic Tutorial 2010 Express Edition, and today I'm going to show you how we use nested loops. So I will have some kind of list box to display the values and also buttons. 4 of them is enough. Okay, so I have my buttons. I will just name them. This will be a for nested loop. This will be a while nested loop. This one will be do while, and this one will be do until. Okay, so I have my for loops and buttons set. Now what I need to do is just code them. I will show you on the for first. So dim and number, let's say, as integer, and number is equal to 1. Okay, so I start with my for loop. So for number is equal to 1, 2, and 10, let's say, step 1, and next number. Okay, so as you can see, it's the same statement as for the normal loop, but what we can do inside is also add if statement, for example, or case statement. Depends on the choice on the code and stuff like this, depending on what you choose. So for example, if statement, we can say number is greater than 5, let's say, and then I will, for example, add to list box items.add, and for example I will add number. Okay, so when I run this, see, when I press it, we'll see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we will print only numbers from 6 to 10, because the condition states in if statements, if the number is more than 5, then it will be printed. If it's less, it will just ignore. Okay, so if I, for example, put a equal sign here as well, I will print 5 as well. So okay, so that's the first for loop with the nested if statement. I will show you now while. It's pretty much the same everyone is every piece of code for looping is pretty much the same, and because inside the actions we always declare some kind of conditions like if statements or let me just if statements or case statements. So it will not change. It will not change as it looks, but it will just change the condition. For example, instead of for, we will use while and stuff like this. Okay, so I will do while now, and number is less than 10. Okay, so I have my while. Now I can do my if. So if, let's say, number is less than 5, then I will for example print out the answer in the list box, and I will, for example, print number again. And also I will need to add a counter, but instead of adding in here, because it wouldn't work if I add it in the if statement, I need to add it outside of the if statement. So not outside of the loop, but outside of the statement. So I will just add the counter here. Sorry. Okay, so that's the counter outside the if statement. We can of course have many more than one if statement, and we can build as many things as we want. Sorry. So let me run this. When I press it, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4, because 2 is less than 5. Okay, and again, if I would change it with the sign, with the equal sign, I will get 5 as well. So that's the difference. Okay, so that's done. Those two have been explained. Now do while. I will declare the variable again, and I can just use number as many times as I want, as long as it's in different functions. So number is equal to 1, say, and let's say do while, yeah, so do loop while, because I always state the condition, while number is less than 10. Okay, so do while number is less than 10, and do while, do if statement, if number for example is less than 10, or let's say 8, then I will, for example, list box it, and again with just the number. Simple statement. Also I will need a counter, but as I said, I will not count it inside the loop statement, if statement, sorry, but inside the loop statement. So outside the if statements. So number is equal to number plus 1. We can add plus 2, plus 3. That will just make counter, higher. So do while, I'll print numbers from 1 to 7, because 8 is not less than 8, so it will not be printed. So those are the examples. I will show you last one example. So this is for the do until sorry, number is equal to 1, and do until, and let's say condition this time will be number is more than 10. Okay, and inside it I can again do if statement and say, for example, number is less than 5, then print in the list box some kind of numbers. Okay, so items dot add and number. Okay, I'll also need to add a counter, so number is equal to number plus 1. Plus 1. You always need to remember about this counter if you use do loops and while loop. You need to remember about the counter, because you will just create an infinity loop and program will just crash. So if I run this, you will see numbers from 1 to 4, because as I said, the condition is less than 5. So that's pretty much it about the nested loops. You also can use case statements. It's the same principle. You just, instead of using if and stuff like this, you just use case. You can just use both of them inside one loop. That doesn't matter. I think, yeah, that's it for this tutorial. Actually, it's quite short one. But next tutorial will be probably about web browsers. So I will teach you how you create proper web browser. I mean, to input some kind of link, and then you go to this web page. It will be displayed on the form and stuff like this. So look forward to next tutorial. If you like it, subscribe to it. Visit also my YouTube channel and web page. You can find many more tutorials written and videos there. And I will see you next tutorial. Bye.